So if your pet dog was a trader, one of his favourite stocks would be CHEWY. And for those that don't know, CHEWY is a US e-commerce based pet food and supplies business. They're tied into thousands of brands, and unsurprisingly they did very well during COVID lockdown. But for us humans, things haven't been going so well as investors in CHEWY in 2022. They've been on a downhill ride and almost given back all of those COVID gains, and its earnings out tomorrow. So where are they heading next in terms of stock price? Well, I'm going to have a look at the charts and take a deeper look and throw in some trade ideas as well. So with that, let's get on with the analysis. So the big question is, has CHEWY bottomed? We're in the weekly line chart and you can see that great rise over COVID lockdown of over 400% and a pullback of nearly 80% in that really nice trend channel downwards. Just turning up at the moment with earnings round the corner. If it is trading that channel, then $55 isn't out the question. It's still got some room below it though, down to 0, but at the moment could be forming a consolidation base back to those prices where it came into the market at in 2019-20, and most of the volume, as you can see there on the right, is around the 25 to sort of 40 zone. So yeah, it hasn't been great for CHEWY over the last year after that lockdown COVID burst, and at the moment it is not a great picture. If you are bullish CHEWY, especially in the shorter term, then the 4-line break chart set up here can help you spot those reversal entries to the trend, and we can see a bullish, more aggressive entry at $27.65 and a more conservative one $29.20. That's if you're bullish. So a couple of numbers for you to think about. It's not a great looking picture on the daily Heikin-Ashi chart. Our signals at the bottom bearish, volatility dropping off. It's a reasonably volatile stock at the moment, late 60% per annum. Volume doing nothing special either. You can see on the price, earnings coming round the corner very quickly, and you can see that trend line really pushing down from September of last year. Now our long-term probability power box saying we've got a 91.5% chance of an up move. It is supported here by these red dashed institutional power zones, which are a positive for there. Maybe that base that we talked about in the weekly chart, but we've got the red trend shaded area there giving us a bearish down signal, which negates that trade at the moment. We want that to flip to green before we are interested, but definitely it's looking like a possible consolidation area before moving up. So it's a bit of patience, see what happens to earnings tomorrow, and then take it from there. But in its raw state at the moment, it's not, like the other weekly chart, a great picture. In terms of the Req'd chart, I use a $1 block size for some fast action. In terms of signals, on mixed bag, trend down, but the shorter term just turning a bit more bullish, so pretty neutral there. And on to the price, you can see that strong trend down and Fibonacci levels built around that trend, say well to the downside. If it breaks below that 22-23 area, then it's into that no man's land down to about $7-8, and to the upside it's got to really get through $35 to start getting interesting again, and then $44-45, and then $57-58, and if it can really push on upwards, then talking $80 to $90. But those green bubbles at the moment look more realistic upsides. So some options trade ideas for you. Remember, these are just ideas, and I've jumped into my first trade account using the options play simulator and typed in ticker CHWY. It's coming up with bearish from their calculators, and I've put in a bit of a mix this time. First up, we've got, well, if you're thinking that CHEWY can turn itself around, turn a bit more bullish. A September 30 strike call, giving you enough time to sort of make some money out of that. It's going to cost you $460. I put in a hypothetical $1,000 into this simulation. Now if we play around with the price, where do you need to get it up to get a decent return? Well, even if it gets to $42.50 where it was back only in April, then that's 173% return, $800 profit. And if it can get up to around $50, you're looking at 340% return and $1,500 of profit. Now next up is, if you're still bearish, a shorter term put, July expiry 30 strike again, costing $585, and playing with the simulator it gets down to $15, which isn't out of the question. Then that's 150% return and $898 profit. Now last up on the right, I have put together an income trade. If you're slightly bullish, more moderately bullish in the price outlook, then put this vertical spread together, 15-20 put, selling the 20, buying the 15s, and that nets you a $79 income. And remember, your profits are capped at that. And in terms of downsides, if we just flick over there, max risk $421, so a bit more of a risky trade there, but just another idea for you. So there's 3 ideas around CHEWY. I didn't put in the straddle because really it's a bit late, being the earnings out tomorrow, and not a lot of downside there to play with on that part of the options straddle setup. So there you go, some ideas to think about. So for a score for CHEWY, I'm going to stick with bearish at the moment, only because that hiking actually is really strong, and the trend in the Renko is really strong bearish as well. It's starting to look a bit more positive in the Renko chart. Signals turn a bit more neutral, and I've given that an overall weak bearish. So if you are there for the flip side, up to the bullish side, then 4-line break chart top right, some numbers for you, the 27, 65 and 29, 20. And in terms of our probability power score, well, that's given you a 91.5% chance of an up move, but I said that red T in the middle, the trend, is negating that trade at the moment, so wait for it to flip. Bit of patience there. In terms of targets, upside 1.87 and 3.75 to 1, downside 1.57 and 2.14 to 1, but overall at the moment a bearish score. It'll be interesting to see where earnings takes CHEWY tomorrow, what future it has. Well, it's not looking great at the moment, so hopefully they can pull something out the bag and turn things around. Let me know in the comments below where you think CHEWY may be heading next. Love to hear from you, and if you've liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.